You're gonna eat me? No. No. No.
Bro. Let's talk about respect. I have seen a good deal of conversations on the internet and in real life where someone who is vegan is trying to convince someone else that exploiting animals is wrong. Now, a lot of these conversations will tend to go a certain way.
So do you think it can be morally justified, the killing of an animal for food, for example?
In the current system, no. But I can imagine a system in which an animal is like raised well and is killed with respect and a certain sense of sacredness.
I think you must respect it, you must appreciate it, and as long as I respect it, that's okay.
You can kill them in the cosmocentric worldview, you can kill them in a respectful way where you thank the animal.
We do it with respect. We respect.
With how much I've seen the word respect be used in this way, I'm led to believe that there are many people out there who might be a little confused on what respect really means. I'm thinking they might need a sort of crash course, a quick rundown on the basics of how to treat others with respect. What even is respect? Well, a quick Google search shows two definitions from Oxford Languages. The first defines respect as a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. We're going to disregard this definition because it doesn't make sense as a response to the claim that animals are being mistreated. The argument isn't that exploiting animals is wrong because we don't admire them enough. The argument is that exploiting animals is wrong because it violates this next definition of respect that is much more applicable to this situation. Respect is a due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. We can respect someone by ensuring that we do not disregard their experience. We consider their interests as valuable and we make decisions accordingly. So with that in mind, let's answer the question, is it possible to respectfully eat someone? Consider this video your guide on how to treat animals with respect. Step 1. Stop exploiting them. Now I understand there's a lot to take in. This step is quite a complicated process, so we're going to take things pretty slow and make sure to take notes. Yes. Hi, yeah. I was just wondering, why do we have to leave the animals alone? Why can't we just exploit them like we do now, but in a way that is more respectful? Wonderful question. Yes. Well, recall that respect is defined as a due regard for the experiences of others. So in order to answer that question, we have to answer both 1, which experiences animals prefer, and 2, how to give due regard to those preferences. Let's start with which experiences animals prefer. How are we supposed to know that? Animals have such different experiences than humans. It's true that there are a lot of things that make us humans different from other animals. We have the capability for abstract thought, for rationality, for large-scale cooperation. We build cities. We also nuke cities. We undoubtedly exercise the most control of our environment out of any species. But as much as respect is about choosing to treat each other well despite our differences, it's important to recognize what we share. We animals have a lot in common. A few quick examples include, we don't like to be locked in cages. We don't like to be sexually exploited. We don't like to have our throats slit. We don't like to be killed in gas chambers. We don't like to be grinded up alive. We don't like to die of disease or of cannibalism or of suffocation. We don't like to die, generally. Things like that. Animals do not have the capacity for human language, but that does not mean that we can't communicate. Communication requires shared experience, and we all share the experience of not wanting to be tortured or killed. We can't ask animals directly which experiences they prefer, but we can be pretty damn sure which experiences they do not prefer. If you want to understand just how much animals prefer to not be exploited, well, just put yourself in their position. Try and imagine how much you would not like to be enslaved by super intelligent aliens.
Here at Sighting Farms, we've been producing Trappist best meat for the last 40 eons, and since then, we haven't changed at all. We're still using local, natural ingredients to give you and your family that great sighting taste that we all know and love. Because here at Sighting Farms, we know that happy humans make happy hamburgers.
Now, if you have trouble with this exercise, don't worry. It's not something that everyone gets right on the first try. It's actually part of a series of not very well known, pretty high-level techniques called empathy. Alright, now that we've established that animals prefer to not be exploited, let's find out what it means to give due regard to those preferences. To give due regard to something means to give it an appropriate amount of consideration. This means that we should grant consideration to the preferences of others in proportion to how strong those preferences are. This is very important where we have situations where we need to balance competing preferences. As an example, let's imagine that we're cooking dinner for 2 people. Person A, who really loves the taste of coconut, and person B, who is deathly allergic to coconut. Person B's preference for not dying deserves more consideration than person A's preference for eating coconut, because existence is a much stronger preference than temporary taste pleasure. When treating animals with respect, we must ensure that we are giving full consideration to their interest in not being tortured or killed. This means that we cannot justify violating these existential preferences for what amounts to us as trivial concerns. Most people's existence isn't threatened by not consuming animals. Usually it's about taste pleasure, convenience, or conformity, concerns which are ultimately trivial when compared to slavery and death. Existence isn't just a stronger preference than taste pleasure, it's in a whole other category. The preference for existence is about a permanent end to all of what any of us will ever experience, whereas trivial interests like taste pleasure affect only one aspect of our lives for a very short amount of time. The only way that you can exploit someone and still respect them is if you have genuinely considered their interests, but there are other competing interests that are as or more important to you than their life is to them. Hi, yeah, I have a bit of a hypothetical for you. So, let's say we gave an animal a really good life, like a really good life, and then we killed them. Isn't that respectful? No stupid questions. No, because they still prefer to be alive. It doesn't matter how good you've treated someone during their life, they still prefer to be alive. In fact, if the life of an animal was so good, you are doing an even worse thing by killing them before their time because you are robbing them of future happiness. Most of the animals we exploit are killed at a fraction of their lifespan and exist in terrible conditions, but even if that wasn't the case, even if we gave them long lifespans of comfort and love, at no point would it be respectful to their interests to kill them. Yeah, got a stumper for you here. So, let's say, hypothetical, I go into the woods. I find a nice, big, juicy elk. And then I strangle that elk with my bare hands. And then I use 100% of their corpse. I don't let any of it go to waste. Isn't that respectful? You've been watching some Joe Rogan, haven't you? Yeah, my guy, come on. You've been watching some Joe Rogan, come on. Recall that respect is about due regard for the experiences of others, meaning that if you want to respect someone, you have to give an appropriate amount of consideration to their interests. Now, stay with me on this. Utilizing 100% of someone's corpse as opposed to 0% makes no difference to their interests at all. They are dead. They no longer have any interests for you to respect, because they no longer exist. Appealing to the utility you gain from killing someone as a justification to kill them is like burning someone's house down and then sending thoughts and prayers. Using the concept of respect to avoid having to actually consider someone's best interests so you can exploit them isn't just not respectful, it's disrespectful. It's completely one-sided. It devalues the experience of the victim. It doesn't regard anyone's feelings but those of the perpetrator.
But whether we respect them or appreciate them after they're dead, does that make any difference to the victim of our choice?
I mean, it's just how much you value that.
But we're talking about what we value, not what the animal values. Like, what about that? What if they don't want to die? I suppose.
Yeah, I was just wondering. No, enough questions for now. All you need to remember is that it's not respectful to continually find better ways to exploit animals when we could just stop exploiting them. It will never be respectful to begin, control, and end someone's entire existence when we do not absolutely have to. The only way that we can truly respect animals is by choosing to act in their best interest wherever possible, and that means an end to their exploitation. Alright, let's move on to step 2. I guess there is no step 2. Huh. Well, that's it for this course. I understand that we went through some pretty high-level advanced topics, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I would do an outro here, but I really got a dinner to get to, so peace out. Good evening.
Oh, thank you so much for coming to dinner tonight.
Oh, of course, of course. Hey, is that the menu?
Oh, no, that's not.
To-do list? Eat Nathaniel? What is this?
You're gonna eat me? No.
Oh man, he wasn't supposed to find that. What am I gonna do now? I mean, I guess I could eat my dog, but no, or maybe I could eat a plant. No, oh,
Bro, that is not fucking chill, bro. That is, I don't allow that. No, that's that's not gonna happen. No.
Bro.
To-do list. Eat Nathaniel. Respectfully.
What? I don't.
You're gonna eat me with respect. Oh, that's chill then.
Of course, man, of course.
Oh, my bad. I mean, that was, oh, man, that was just, oh, no. Oh, man, I was scared for a second. No, that's chill. That's totally chill. Oh, for a second there, I thought you were gonna, like, lock me up in a cage or something and then, like, kill me at a fraction of my lifespan and then, like, sexually exploit me so you could do the same thing to my descendants. I thought you were gonna do that disrespectfully.
Oh, no, dear God, no.
But you're gonna do that respectfully.
Oh, of course.
Oh, well, then it's fine. That's totally chill. Oh, no. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, I'm going to use 100% of your corpse.
Oh, that is so great to hear. That is just awesome. Oh, great. Yeah, man, I'm having such a good life. Feel free to just...
Yeah.